Cloth Diaper Podcast is a weekly podcast dedicated to everything cloth diaper. Seriously, that's it. We're just going to talk about cloth diapers, we're going to talk about retailers, we're going to talk about brands, and we're going to talk about real everyday stories with everyday mamas. Join us weekly or check us out online at clothdiaperpodcast.com. Welcome to the Cloth Diaper Podcast. You can find show notes for this episode and all others at clothdiaperpodcast.com. This is your host, Bailey. We're going to talk about something really exciting today. We're going to talk about the different types of cloth diapers. I know, right? Who knew that this would be a podcast? I tried to make a video, but it didn't work, so let's try to talk to you about it. This podcast might be a little bit boring and a little bit basic if you already know about different styles of cloth diapers. This podcast might be really helpful if you have no idea what you're doing. This podcast might also not be helpful because talking about cloth diapers is super visual. One of the best things that you can do is visit a cloth diaper retailer and get to look, feel, and experience all the cloth diapers. Unfortunately, that's not for me. And so today we're going to talk about different types of cloth diapers. There are 4, 5, 6, a whole bunch of different types of cloth diapers, which really makes modern cloth diapering really confusing. My apologies. I mean, our grandparents, they were using flat cloth diapers and maybe pull-on rubber pants. That was it. That was their only option. Things were simple. And then the disposable diaper came along. And ever since, we've been trying to compete with a disposable diaper for convenience. And so, now we have a lot of different styles of cloth diapering, which may or may not make things easier. So, starting with the easiest, quote unquote, is the all-in-one cloth diaper. That means that it is everything you need in one convenient package. Some well-known brands that produce all-in-one cloth diapers that are well-renowned and well-loved include the Blueberry Simplex, the Bum Genius Elemental, the Smart Bottoms 3.1, and what else can we think of? Those are the top 3, I would say, in the all-in-one category. You can always check out the show notes for today's show, and I'll have all of the links to reviews from my own blog as well as other blogs, as well as detailed pictures to help you understand cloth diapers a little more. Anyways, back to all-in-ones. So an all-in-one is everything you need in one convenient package. That means that the absorbency is sewn into the diaper. There's no needing to remove things or add things. It's just the way it is. That means that every brand has a different variation on the all-in-one. Most of them, I'll say, feature some sort of tongue-like material that's sewn from one end or both ends into the diaper, that you're stuck with what you get as well. So people like all-in-ones because, seriously, there's no fuss. You put it on baby does his thing, then you change baby, you take it off, you shake off the poop, you put it in the wet bag, you wash it, you dry it, and it's ready to go. You don't need to find any pieces, and you don't need to put anything together. You just grab the diaper, you put it on again, and you repeat. It's that easy. People don't like all-in-ones because sometimes they can be not so absorbent, sometimes they can be really expensive, and sometimes they can be just not the right fit or functionality for your baby. I really like all-in-one cloth diapers mostly because of the convenience. I love just grabbing them in my bag, or I just love grabbing them out of the laundry basket. I don't like them because a lot of the times they have lots of different tongues or layers of fabric in them, and it can be really hard to get the poop off. It all gets all kind of yucky in there. Yeah, it's not so good. Oh well. I also don't really like all-in-ones because I find that they are a smaller fit, and I have big babies. So my toddler is now almost 3, and he's 40 pounds, and I can't squeeze him into an all-in-one for the life of me. I mean, what were the chances of that I would have this monster toddler? If you're looking at an all-in-one, you're going to be looking at a higher price point. I think the Thirsty's natural all-in-one or the Thirsty's microfiber one starts around $25 Canadian, and you can go as expensive as $36 or $37 Canadian. That makes it a pretty high price point. So you're looking at, for a full stash of 24, upwards of $700. Yeah, seems like a lot, hey? But don't forget that you're going to be spending $2 to $3 on disposable diapers over the course of a baby's lifespan. So maybe it's worth it. If it's easy and it works for you, maybe it's worth it, right? All right, so the next type of diaper that's pretty popular, and I swear everybody, like, this is the diaper that people think about when they think about modern cloth diaper, and it's the pocket cloth diaper. I don't know why the pocket revolutionized cloth diapering. I personally find the pocket a pain in my rear. Regardless, a pocket cloth diaper is basically just a polyurethane, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that word. The word is PUL or TPU. Basically, it's a laminated material. That's the exterior of any modern cloth diaper. It's a laminated material to keep the wetness into the diaper. So a pocket cloth diaper features a pocket, basically. You have one layer of PUL or TPU. That's a waterproof material. It's a laminate that keeps the wet in and the wet out. And then you have a layer of other material. There's usually an opening either at the front or the top of the diaper, and then it's enclosed along the seams of, like, around the legs. An insert is then put into that pocket, and the material that is the pocket lining, so whether that be like a stay dry liner, a suede, an athletic wicking jersey, or a fleece, that goes against baby's skin. Then there's the insert, and then there's the shell of the diaper, or the PUL or the TPU. People consider these diapers easy, and I have no idea why. Seriously. Guys, you gotta put an insert into the diaper every time you do laundry. It's not easy. But off my soapbox I'll get. Pocket diapers are convenient for other people. It means that you can load up a pocket diaper with whatever absorbency meets your baby's needs, and then it's easy for other people to change them. Like, there's no fiddle farting around. That's just the way it is. Most of my mom friends, they're using pocket cloth diapers. Pocket cloth diapers can be really cheap, especially if you're buying non-compliant brands off of the internet. Pocket cloth diapers can be really awesome because they're adjustable, right? Like, you can put whatever you want inside that pocket. Most pocket cloth diapers do come with a standard microfiber insert, but you could also take out those microfiber and put in your favorite pre-fold, favorite flat, your favorite insert. You can also add as much as you can fit in there and get your baby just right. Some babies, they're heavy wetters, and that just gives you a lot of room to wiggle. The one thing that I often find, and I feel like we need to talk about, is that people add too much to that pocket, and when you do, you don't get that good crease or seal along the legs. So that's not necessarily the best answer, right? I mean, you could put whatever you want inside a pocket cloth diaper, but if it doesn't fit onto baby, like, you're going to get leaks and you're going to get gaps, and it's just going to be a hot mess. Like, it's not good. So, word of caution when it comes to pocket cloth diapers. I'm not a fan, but I know some people are. So, a few other perks, I guess, you could talk about when it comes to a pocket cloth diaper. Because there's no inserts and there's no layers there, poop just shakes right off. Like, super easy. It's easy for give to a caregiver and be like, just put it on baby. And many of them have a stay dry liner, like the pocket is stay dry material, and that's important if your baby has a wetness sensitivity. So some babies, like, they hate being wet. That means they cry more often. That means maybe they get a rash, and so sometimes that's a good way to, like, prevent that. I don't have babies who are like that, so it's really hard for me to speak to that benefit. Pocket cloth diapers also come in a range of price points, like we're talking $15 to $25 in Canada. Some of the major pocket diaper brands is the Bum Genius 5.0, Thirsties has a pocket, Blueberry has a pocket, and then Apple Cheeks, Easy Peasies, AMP, just to name a few. Alright, so the next style is called the All-in-2. The All-in-2 cloth diaper is a little bit confusing. Honestly, I'm not so sure that the cloth diaper industry has, like, agreed to what this means. And I see various definitions on different blogs and websites as per what an all-in-2 is. My perception of an all-in-2 cloth diaper is a diaper that can be two different things. So that means it can be a pocket and an all-in-one, or it can be a cover and an all-in-one, or it can be a cover and a pocket. I hope that makes sense. When I think of an all-in-two, I think of the Lullaby Baby or the Funky Fluff cloth diapers. Some other all-in-twos could be the Grovia Hybrid system or the Best Bottom system. All of these systems have diapers that on the inside of the diaper is snaps. So there's snaps on the outside of most diapers, the waist and the rise snaps, but snaps on the inside of the diaper are for like snapping in an insert. So you can snap in an insert and then you can wash and launder it like that, just like an all-in-one. Because basically an all-in-one is a diaper shell with a sewn-in insert. And an all-in-two is like a diaper shell with a snap-in insert. So it has that functionality of doing multiple things. You can choose to snap in the insert, or you can choose not to snap in the insert. You can choose to reuse the diaper, or you can choose not to reuse the diaper. You can choose so many different options. Still a little bit confusing, and a lot of these diapers I would also either classify in their major categories. So Lullaby and Funky Fluff, I would consider those primarily a versatile pocket diaper, whereas Grovia and Best Bottom, those are more of a versatile cloth diaper cover. The nice thing though about like all-in-two cloth diapers is that they tend to have natural fiber inserts and they tend to be a really good price point. Most of these diapers, we're talking like $20 to $25 for a complete system. I hope that kind of makes sense. Honestly, I'm still a little bit confused after 3 years about what really classifies as an all-in-two and why we're using that term, and maybe we should just call them like multifunctional cloth diapers or multidimensional. Nah, that's not a really good word either. If you have an idea, let me know. Email me or connect with me. I'd love to know. So the next cloth diaper that I'm going to really talk about is cloth diaper covers. So a cloth diaper cover is some sort of material that you use to cover over absorbency. There's a few different types of materials people use. So there's going to be the modern PUL or TPU based cloth diaper cover. And that's going to be kind of like what everybody talks about. It's one size, it can be wipeable on the inside. That means that there's like the laminate material there and you could just take a cloth and you could just wipe out any poop or pee. Sometimes some brands like Omaki and Grovia, they have like a liner in them, and so they're not really wipeable. You just gotta air dry between uses. And then there's other cloth diaper covers that are different materials. So you can also use a fleece as a cloth diaper cover, and that will keep the wetness in. Fleece is kind of cool that way. And then you can also use wool. And wool is a great natural fiber for babies who have allergies to rubber and the elastics, or they have PUL, TPU sensitivities. And it really helps give a great breathable solution to a lot of cloth diaper moms and parents. I think wool probably deserves its own episode. If you have any questions about wool, drop me a line. I used wool mostly with my first baby, but I didn't really get into it with my second. And I don't know why. But back to the modern cloth diaper cover. So the modern cloth diaper cover is unique in that, like a pocket, you can customize it to whatever you need. Basically, you just put whatever insert you want inside the cover, just like you would with a pocket, but it's going to touch baby's skin. So there's no pocket there. That means that you can't use microfiber because microfiber does not go against the skin. But you can use any type of natural fiber material that you want. I use a pre-fold, and I fold it into thirds. I lay it in my diaper. I put it on baby. Boom, done. That's it. And then when baby wets, I take out the pre-fold and I add a new dry one. And when baby poops, I dump the poop and I put it all in the washing machine. There's other ways you can use a cover. You can also use covers over a flat, and you can fold a flat into thirds into an insert shape, or you can fold a flat onto baby and attach with pins or a snappy or a boingo. You can also use cloth diaper covers over fitted diapers. And fitted diapers are probably going to be the last diaper I talk about today. They are like what you think of a modern cloth diaper. They've got snaps, and they've got different size options, and they've got different absorbency in them, but they're all made out of natural fabric. Fitted cloth diapers all need a cover. Some of them can be worn for short periods of time without a cover. They have like a special fleecing material in them that gives a waterproof protection. They're not really good for car seats or anywhere where there could be a compression risk because they're not that waterproof, but they're definitely waterproof enough to keep your couch dry. Fitted cloth diaper brands include Sustainable Babyish and Nuggles, as well as some work-at-home moms. And that would be like Lily and Frank, Humbird, Twinkie Tush, and a few others. If I think of any more, I'll add them on the show notes for sure. I'm not super familiar with fitted cloth diapers just because fitteds are really great if you have a heavy wetter kid or a kid with sensitivities, or you just love natural fibers. They're quite expensive, fitted cloth diapers, just because they use really great material. They're often made by dedicated moms at home. And because my kids can just rock a modern cloth diaper without any sensitivity issues, and because they're not heavy wetters, I just haven't ventured down that pricey avenue, right? Fitted cloth diapers, they're going to cost you anywhere from $30, $40, $50 and upwards, depending on how much absorbency and what type of quality materials you're using. Definitely a scary price point, but definitely worth it. I mean, if you have a heavy wetter, like, you could be spending $60 in disposable diapers overnight for an entire year, right? So if it's like important to you, you find the money for it. And sometimes I feel like in cloth diapering, we talk taboo about money, that it's scary to spend money on things. But it's okay to spend money on things, right? It's okay to spend money on things. We don't all need to be cheapskates. Dude, I know, right? So how do you know what type of cloth diaper to get started with? My biggest piece of advice every single time is that you should choose a cloth diaper that you fall in love with. So choose a print or choose a pattern that you love and start from there. I mean, so if I was to start cloth diapering today, I would probably pick out one of the gorgeous florals available from Smart Bottoms. I would pick out that new rainbow print from Grovia. I would pick out Fable from Buttons. And I would just choose your favorite prints and start from there. And that's a great way to go. So if you can't just willy-nilly pick around on cloth diapers, you need to think about, what's your budget? How much money do you have to spend? So a super cheap stash of covers and pre-folds, probably going to cost you about $200 Canadian. And a more super cheap stash of all-in-ones is going to cost you about $600 Canadian. It's hard to imagine spending that all-in-one drop, and I never did either. There's lots of ways you can budget for it, putting a little bit of money away every month, buying a diaper every month, and it will slowly add up. So you got to think about how much money you have to spend. And then you got to think about, well, who's going to be changing baby? Who's going to be doing the laundry? And how does that all work? So I'm a stay-at-home mom, and nobody else changes the bums but me. So cloth diaper pre-folds and covers work really good. But if you're at daycare all day, that's where like a pocket cloth diaper comes in handy, or an all-in-one cloth diaper, because they can't change out the insert. And a lot of the times, people are really kind of stuck up and like, nah, I'm not doing cloth diapers, and you really need to help them, right? So you need to make it convenient and easy. So as much as I complain about pocket cloth diapers, I do send the Thirsties pocket with my youngest to the babysitter once a week, because I know that it's an easy diaper for her to change. She doesn't have to worry about anything, and it always fits great. You're thinking about who's changing the diaper, you're thinking about your budget. Also think about what your needs are. So do you need natural fibers? Do you need certain reputations? Do you need certain things in life? Like, I don't do pocket cloth diapers because I don't want to do the laundry. I do mostly natural fiber cloth diapers because I think that's really important. I don't like the idea of microfiber touching my hands, and as a synthetic, I know that microfiber sheds in the wash. So I don't do it. For me, buying Canadian is really important. So cloth diapers manufactured in Canada always trump my list when I'm trying to purchase a new diaper. That's just something that's really important to me as a consumer. That's not everybody's sticking point. If that's not your selling point, then don't even think about it. But there are cloth diaper manufacturers making in the United States. There are cloth diaper manufacturers practicing under ethical guidelines in China. And there are non-compliant gray market diapers that do have sketchy work conditions. But if that's not important to you, then that's not important to you. What else could you think about? I think that's about it. So you're going to think about your price. You're going to think about who's changing the diaper. You're going to think about how much time you have. You're going to think about what values are important to you when searching for a brand. And so when you've got that list compiled, If you still don't know where to start, reach out. Also, if you have a cloth diaper retailer near you, go check them out. I love stopping into Cozy Bums. They are like 5 minutes away from me. As my local cloth diaper retailer, seriously addicted. And that's where I got started. And every Wednesday I go in and I try not to buy something. I think that's it for today. I'll have the show notes at clothdiaperpodcast.com. I'll include some pictures, some links. If you have any recommendations for future shows, send me an email, bailey@clothdiaperpodcast.com, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.